up, just believe and you will succeed. Put the hours in, and you're bound to win. New year, new me, no fear, just be everything you wanna be. Write it down, what you see, don't give up, just believe and you will succeed. Put the hours in, and you're bound to win.
Welcome back, fellow warriors, to the stage of history. My name is Cosmo Jazz, and we are back with the rubber. We're doing a lot of videos today, so let's keep the thing going and everything like that. As you can see, if you've seen the other videos, I have not changed clothes because we have literally just been going. But yeah, let's get into this, shall we, with the Tentacle Surgeon, SCP-4197 Hollow. I'm ready.
Viewer discretion is advised. Dr. Marcus Turner pressed the button and spoke into the mic. SCP-4197, you may begin. Your patient is Captain Tobias Bell. Patient suffers massive comminuted fractures in the legs and complete paralysis
that almost looks
after
like
the
Lana.
destruction of the spinal column in a vehicular collision. The anomaly nodded.
Check out the last video if you get what I'm saying. What the flying fuck?
First, using one of its many appendages, it engraved a 7-pointed star into the operating table. It then turned to one of the attendants assigned to help it and ordered, "The axolotl blood, please." The assistant passed her the blood in a vial. It then carefully placed a single drop of the blood in the center before instructing attendants to place the patient, Captain Bell, on the table. 4197 then ran its fingernail across Captain Bell's thighs and calves, causing the skin and muscle to split and splay out. Dr. Turner watched in awe, while other spectators squirmed. Over the next 2 hours, utilizing all of its appendages, 4197 performed surgery with surgical tweezers. Once completed, 4197 held the split muscle and skin together with its left thumb and forefinger, licked its right thumb and ran it over the seam, sealing the wound. 2 weeks later, the subject recovered and was reinstated to active duty immediately. Hello everybody, I'm
Yo, that's dope.
Today, we bring you SCP Foundation Euclid Class Object SCP-4197. SCP-4197, also known as Hollow, is a 32-year-old adult humanoid female named Dr. Sarah Veers, an acclaimed surgeon and known practitioner of cytomancy, which is a branch of thaumaturgy that deals primarily with the manipulation, creation, and alteration of cells. Examination revealed that 4197's torso is occupied only by its heart and a partial respiratory system, with the rest of the abdomen being entirely hollow. This space stores 4 prehensile appendages when said appendages are not in use. According to 4197, this condition predates its knowledge
the baby of Cthulhu?
cytomatic arts, a fact corroborated by photographs taken from its family home. SCP-4197 came to the Foundation's attention after a news outlet reported that an American surgeon removed several brain tumors from a 12-year-old boy in Botswana, with the child making a full recovery in less than 2 days. 4197 was apprehended the following week outside of Gaborone.
I mean, do we have to really bring guns?
Mosquito netting and anti-malarial drugs to the populace. 4197 surrendered without a struggle and has cooperated with Foundation inquiries, with some reluctance. According to its passport and journals, 4197 had spent 4 years traveling through impoverished countries where it performed an unknown number of surgeries, utilizing cytomancy to aid its procedures. After the containment, a couple of tests were conducted to judge the extent of 4197's capabilities. It was provided with standard medical equipment as well as the necessary materials for cytomatic rituals. Sir, you sure about this? Giving a cytomancer access to their bloody ritual? This doesn't sit right by me. Who knows what kind of messed up thing it'll do? I'm with you on regarding cytomancy, but have faith, my friend. 4197 is a doctor.
That's what I was thinking. Like, I get it,
Hippocratic oath means
but
something to it. The first subject was a D-class.
she doesn't
who
seem
suffered
like
severe
a
chronic
bad
tendon
person.
and ligament damage due to an accident in his previous construction job. First, 4197 placed its hand on the D-class's forehead, causing him to become unconscious. It then removed a scalpel from the kit provided and made 4 incisions on the side of the knees and the interior of the elbow. 4197 drew a sigil and oil paint around each site, which halted the flow of blood. Following this, 4197 took several portions of bull sinew and inserted them into the subject's wounds. After drawing a larger sigil on his chest, it began to suture the incisions. After the operation was done, the D-Class reported immediate relief from his chronic pain. The next subject was Dr. Richard Blanc. He suffered kidney failure and acute blood poisoning. 4197 drew a sigil above Dr. Blanc's kidneys with an appendage, using its own blood, before creating a 1 centimeter incision in the center of the sigil and placing a shallow basin beneath it. Black liquid began to seep out of the wound. 4197 then used the scalpel to carve symbols associated with the Sarkic cults into the back of its hands, crying out in pain several times. After composing itself, 4197 reached into Dr. Blanc's torso and removed his kidneys with its bare hands. It then took the kidneys, which were blackened and showed severe scarring, and wrung them out over the basin. After 2 minutes, the kidneys were reinserted into Dr. Blanc, and 4197 sutured the wounds. Like previous tests, the subject experienced a full recovery with no side effects. Good morning, 4197. How are you doing
She's like
today?
a superhero
Doing
almost.
well, Dr. Turner. Let's get to it now, shall we? So, your hands. That wasn't normal cytomancy. You carved Sarkic symbols into them. Are you
I don't know what
Karcist?
any of these words mean.
No, Karcist are the priest types. And as you can see, I'm no priest. Then how did you learn your craft?
Is this like
My craft is
witchcraft
medicine. I'm
/
a surgeon
Satanism
by
or something?
trade, but I learned cytomancy.
I don't
from a
understand it.
Karcist,
Sorry,
if
guys.
That answers your question. Not really, no. The Veers family is rich, but there's no real connection to Sarkism, and you're too good at it to have learned recently. It was a family friend. She started teaching me when I was 6. If you've been practicing cytomancy for so long, why weren't you initiated into the Sarkic cult? I'm not... Look, I know you have these blanket generalizations of what a flesh crafter is, but we're not all monsters. Not all of us delight in murder or cannibalism or anything like that. There are some people like me who want to do something to fix the world. We have this incredible power, the ability to reshape living matter, and we just squander it. How would you use it? Like I've been using it for the past 4 years, saving lives. That's the issue. Your Sarkic rituals put the world at risk of knowing about the supernatural, the anomalous, the paranormal. If you'd just used your family fortune, nothing would have happened. No amount of money can pull a tumor out of somebody's heart with a 100% guarantee of survival. The first thing they tell you in medical school is that you are going to lose people. I know Sarkism is like the dark side of the Force to you people, but if it means I can save lives, so be it. The morality of cytomancy isn't the concern of the Foundation. It's the disruption of normalcy. Why do you get to be the judge of what's considered normal? A pause. Dr. Turner could not find an answer to its question, but both of them knew that his silence was already his answer. I'm never gonna leave here, am I? A few weeks later, a number of armed personnel breached the site's perimeter. Massive gunfights broke out between the aggressors and security forces. In the midst of the chaos, 4197's cell door was shot off. It pushed open the door and noticed the fallen soldiers. Oh my God. It went back to its cell to retrieve a Foundation-issue surgical kit and a thaumaturgy pouch. It ran back out and laid out the necessary tools beside one of the soldiers. I can do this.
Who's attacking them?
I can do this. 4 appendages emerged from its back and picked up the tools. It began to operate on his injuries. Over the next 10 minutes, it successfully stabilized 2 more personnel before it heard footsteps down the hallway. 4197 withdrew its appendages as an armed assailant approached it. He was carrying a Foundation crate with him. He set it down and pointed his gun at 4197. What kind of freak are you? I'm a doctor. Just let me... Without warning, he shot one of the wounded soldiers in the head, killing him instantly and startling 4197. You're coming with me. Stay calm, Sarah. You got this, it thought to itself. 4197 started back towards the door to its cell, pursued by the assailant. As it reached the door, 2 large appendages emerged from its back and wrapped around the waists and necks of her pursuer, lifting him off the ground and threw him into the cell before closing the door. One of the appendages then reached up and bent the hinges of the door to render it inoperable. It regained its composure and checked on the surviving personnel. After making sure their vitals are within an acceptable range, it opened the empty cell next to its own and dragged the surviving men inside before closing the door. There's gotta be more out there. Determined, 4197 grabbed the kit and pouch off the ground and rushed in the direction the assailants originally came from. Eventually, reinforcements arrived and fought off the assailants. 4197 was credited with directly saving the lives of 36 members of staff, as well as providing aid to numerous others during this breach. After the incident, Dr. Turner paid a visit to 4197 in its cell. "Hey, Sarah. Hey, glad to see you're in one piece. And you sure you're allowed to call me that, Dr. Turner?" It's fine. Plus, 4197 is a mouthful when calling a colleague. Colleague? What do you mean? After seeing how you handled yourself during the breach, the higher-ups are thinking to put your anomalous ability to good use, meaning you're going to be helping our facility with medical treatments, under my supervision, of course. Why not just let me out? Trust me, I don't need your supervision to help people. I would, but look at you. Despite your anomalous features, you're still a rich girl who cruised poor countries on a magical missionary trip. I watched all the footage of you. You shook like a leaf whenever you heard gunfire. I'm sure you've seen your share of death, but how often have you faced your own? You weren't made for this life. You're lucky to have survived for so long. But with us, we can guarantee your safety and you can keep us alive. People get hurt here. A lot. Somebody like you could easily save hundreds of lives. After a moment of silence, 4197 accepted the offer and began to assist in medical procedures rated as critical or where the patient was deemed to have a low chance of survival. Due to this integration, the mortality rate at Site 12 hit record lows, and 4197 is pending redesignation.
So, what I was going to say in that moment was like, yeah, I guess that's true. But at the same time, we just saw where she was able to kind of take care of herself if need be when the time came, because she was dealing with that assailant. Now, when I said no, I thought he was shooting her. I was like, oh, no, come on. We finally got a nice SCP after so long. You're going to kill her off? But no, yeah, like, she's like a superhero kind of in a way. But at the same time, yeah, I get what he's saying. And if it wasn't for the fact that we saw that she kind of could handle herself, that I would kind of be disagreeing with her. But the fact that she didn't even say anything, I can't argue with that, kind of in a way, I guess. But no, she's cool. Now, like I said, I don't understand what the sarcasm, all that stuff that we're talking about. I kind of doomed it to Satanism and stuff, anything like that, but feel free to educate me in the comments or whatever. If not, I'll probably look it up some point in time when I have free time myself, but I do like talking to you guys, so feel free to hit me up on there, and let's get the conversation going. If you like what you saw, please hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to get 500 subscribers by the end of the year, and yeah, I hope we see more of her. But no, take care, stay safe, and let's kick 2023's ass.
Wait,